British farmers are not backing down and are still protesting against the Labour government after it sneakily slapped an inheritance tax on farms. Before the election, Keir Starmer and his MPs swore up and down they wouldn't come after British farmers. Yet, here we are. Now, after pulling a full 180, they're acting all surprised at the backlash. Talk about hypocrisy. Meanwhile, Conservative MP Geoffrey Cox didn't hold back, calling out Starmer in Westminster Hall and warning him not to put on a show with his crocodile tears. Take a look at the clip.
The Prime Minister appeared before the National Farmers Union Conference and he shed crocodile tears. He said to the hundreds of farmers assembled and the widely listening electorate from the rural areas that he knew what it meant to lose a family farm. And his voice trembled with that emotional resonance as he conveyed to those constituents in my constituency and across England and all the regions of this great country that he would never impose upon them the tax that he has imposed upon them now. It was a cynical breach of a promise made by a man seeking the highest office in this land.
Hear, hear.
And upon those promises, Sir Edward, thousands of people relied. The elderly widower, whose deceased spouse cannot transfer her allowance. The widows, the elderly farmers, who may now fear that unless they survive 7 years, their family farm, often the work of a century of their ancestors, of herds cultivated and nurtured over decades, will be lost because they must sell off great portions of their farms. And these farms are farmed not necessarily for the profit they make, because the profit is exiguous, but rather for the love of the life they lead and for the support of the fabric of the rural communities we who represent them cherish and adore. And it is that blow, I say to the Minister, aimed with unerring accuracy at the very heart of rural life, that is the reason for the outrage you hear not only upon these benches today, but listen to the horns that are blowing outside. That is the voice of real democracy. That is the voice of the people crying out to those of us here to change direction upon this harmful and damaging decision. And so I say, Sir Edward, I appeal to the Minister, for whom I feel sorry. He has been sent out like a night watchman to face the fast bowling in the twilight of the evening on the Test match's last day, and it is Michael Holding coming into bowl. I don't envy his task. Go back to his seniors. Tell them to change their direction. The time has come for the ministry and the ministers to accept they are wrong. Their figures are wrong. Change the policy.
If you think Keir Starmer's government is the most disgraceful government you've seen in your lifetime, give this video a like and share your thoughts in the comments below.